This is me, and this is my insane bike collection. Over the past year, I've collected an insane combination of mountain bikes, and here they are. Up first is my 2022 Specialized Stumpjumper Evo Expert. Now, I've gone ahead and given this bike the nickname, the Trail Smasher, for one reason and one reason only. Because it's gonna smash on trails, or it smashes on trails. It's basically stock other than some small details here and there. For example, the tires, I switched those to the Specialized Butcher Grid Trail tires. They're in the soil searching tan wall. I think those things look absolutely awesome in the tan wall color, and they're they're amazing tires. To complement the tires, I've changed out the bar and stem combination as well. The bars are the Renthal fat bars. They're 40mm rise. I love to have a little bit more kickity, poppity, fumpity, doopity up in the bars, so those things are perfect for me. Other than that, it's set up to be as cross-country as possible because I don't like climbing, and I bet you can guess why I don't like climbing. But it's set up in neutral headset angle, and the rear triangle is set up at the highest setting possible. And of course, both wheels are 29er, so this thing is dialed and ready for those long cross-country rides, those trail rides, anything that brings a little bit of challenge, that makes it a lot easier for me, because I don't like those kinds of rides. Now, the cream of the crop, the bike that's withstood all of the tests that I've put it through and still survived. The 2021 Specialized Status 160. Now, this bike is really special to me because it has withstood all of the abuse I've given it without any problems. I mean, mind you, it is not stock at all. I have built this bike up to be a slope duro bike. And for all you purists out there, yes, I did say slope duro. Get over it. Obviously, it's a single speed. I'm using just a standard Shimano Alpine thing. I don't know what this is called, but it's single speed. It works really well. No dropper post at all. I wanted to keep this thing lightweight and easy to maneuver. Plus, I'm running the front brake through the stem and through the frame. So it's more like dirt jumper type. It's supposed to be meant for doing bar spins and stuff. I don't know. Yeah, I can't do them yet. And we can't forget about the most notable thing on this bike, which is the custom paint job. This one in particular was done by my buddy Technar. He does an amazing job painting bikes and anything really. And we've gone with kind of like a flake, silver, metallic-y, black zebra stripe paint job. I don't know, I just wanted something unique, and this fit the bill. Yeah, this thing is amazing, and I'm probably never gonna get rid of this bike. Now, another Specialized Status, but this one is the 140. So this is what a stock Specialized Status should look like. This actually belongs to my brother Durs, who's right behind the camera right now. He's used this thing for the last season, taking it to bike parks, jump parks, sending it off of huge things, and it hasn't had a single issue with it. It's still mostly stock, other than he's put some deity bars on it. This thing is epic. It is the 140, so it has a little bit less travel than my Status, but that doesn't really hold it back at all. This thing is awesome, so yeah, not much else to say about it. Now it's time to trigger the haters, because this is the new generation Specialized Levo comp. Yes, I know it's an e-bike, but I do not care. These things are freaking phenomenal. They're so much fun, and this particular one is absolutely epic on so many levels. This Levo is actually my brother Durs' bike, so he's been riding it primarily, and it's still bone stock. We haven't had to change really anything on it, other than, I gotta say, these all mountain style grips. But other than that, everything's dialed on this bike. It's super fun. I've been able to take it out a few times for a few rides. You guys have seen it in some videos. Absolutely love this bike. Now, the cleanest bike that we have in the arsenal, the 2006, I think, right? The 2006 or 7 or 8, I don't know, one of those years, Specialized P1. I was kind of joking about that. This thing is not really that clean, unfortunately. The bike is like really old, and we've had it for a very long time, and it's not really in the best condition. I just brought it for the dramatic effect. This bike has been in my possession for, like, on and off for like 15 years. It's kind of ridiculous. Like, it's gone through like 4 different owners, and somehow it's always come back to me. And now it's just kind of a parts scrap bike that's sitting in the side yard, sadly. We tried building this thing up a while ago, bought some parts for it, tried to make it nice, and then just kind of lost interest in it. So it's just been sitting around. There's nothing wrong with it. We just, I don't know, we just don't really ride it. Up next is the second Stumpjumper Evo. Now this thing is really special. Yes, I know it's the second Stumpjumper Evo, but it is vastly different than the first one. Unlike the first one, this thing is set up as slack as you can possibly make it, and it's got the 27.5 in the rear, so it's a lot more flickable, a lot more into cornering and downhill. And on top of that, this thing is full custom. I mean, I built this thing up from a frame. Nothing is stock on this bike, and it's just, I absolutely love this thing. I take it to bike parks. I can go on a cross-country ride. I can go to the downhill park with this. This bike can truly do absolutely everything. So let's do a quick overview of what I got going on with this bike. Starting with the wheels, these are custom built Roval wheels built by my homies down at SpokeX. Go check those guys out. They make amazing wheels. The tires, Specialized Butcher up front, Specialized Eliminator in the rear. My favorite tire combination. I've got obviously Cushcore set up in here. I don't want to get any pinch flats, or I want to make sure it's running absolutely smooth. The frame is the Onyx, the red Onyx color, straight from Specialized. This is one of the coolest colors I've ever seen fitted to a frame. Ever. I mean, this color is absolutely amazing. It probably doesn't look like anything on camera, but in person, this color is absolutely nuts. Going up to the cockpit here, I've got the Specialized stock bars that come on here. These are like 30 mil rise, I believe, 800 mil wide. I've actually stripped these down. So I've stripped the paint off of them to make them look like this, and it came out awesome. I think it fits really well with the bike. Running the all mountain style grips, SRAM brakes, some kind of seat drop. I don't know what the seat drop is. X-Fusion seat drop or something like that, I don't know. And I'm also running the Spank stem. The drivetrain is gonna be a SRAM GX drivetrain. Oh, and suspension, of course you guys care about the suspension. I've got the Fox 36 up front. I've got the Float X. Yeah, Float X, Float X. I've got the Float X in the rear. I didn't know which one it was. And yeah. And I can't forget, the custom decals were also made by my boy Stickered. Up next, my brother Durz's DH rig, the 2022 Specialized Enduro. So yes, this is my brother Durz's bike. It's got 170 mils of travel, so it's got a little bit more oomph for when it comes to like park downhill riding, more of that heavier enduro style riding. But since it's got the 29-inch wheels and really aggressive geometry, this thing could actually climb really freaking well. We haven't changed much about this. It's mostly stock. The only things we've done is new grips and bars. He's got these Renthal fat bars on here. I think they're like 30 mil rise. Stem is the same, wheels, tires, everything's the same. We've just added some all mountain style frame protection on here, but other than that, it's pretty much stock. It's freaking dialed. He loves this thing. And now, the most recent build, and probably the craziest to be fully honest, my 2022 Specialized Enduro custom build. So a lot of you will recognize this bike from last week's video, and if you have not seen that video, go right here, go check that out, and then come back and finish this video. But there's a lot to say about this bike. It is not stock, even remotely. Starting off with the frame, it's obviously the Enduro frame from Specialized, but this is coming in the Satin Onyx blue color, which I think is one of the most amazing colors ever fitted on any bike. Ever. I mean, I love this color. And you can see I've gone with this crazy retro, like late 90s, New World Disorder free ride theme to it. The silver wheels, the silver bars, the gold stem, the silver cranks, gold chain, gold hardware, everything just goes together and blends in such a unique way that like, I have never seen a bike that even looks remotely like this one. So that was my goal with this thing, just to make just a crazy looking bike.
Bonus round.
So a lot of people have been asking me about this thing right here, and it's a 2020, no, not a 2020, I was gonna say 2020. It's a 2006 or 2007 Kona Stab Supreme. This thing has been around for quite some time in my world, but I haven't really done anything. Obviously, it's just parts. So one day, maybe I might build this thing up and do something with it. And then we have this absolute gem right here. So this thing's like an early to mid 90s Specialized Stumpjumper. It obviously is not in pristine condition, but no matter, because I'm actually going to be building this thing up, make it super nice, replace some of the parts on it just to get it to run. And we're going to actually be having this in videos, so make sure to stay tuned for those videos. And that there is basically all of the bikes we've got.
Wait, what about those?
Oh, yeah. Well, I was hoping you wouldn't notice those, but this is my YT capper right here, which you guys have probably seen in videos from way back in another life, and that thing's broken. And then you have the YT2s right there, which you guys probably saw in some videos, and I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I kind of just have it. So if you want to buy it, let me know. So now, the big question, where did all these bikes come from? No, we're not billionaires. No, we definitely did not steal them. The reality is that my peak athletic ability has landed me a spot to work with one of the greatest companies to ever exist, Specialized Bikes. They have put their faith in me to challenge every other athlete out there and dominate in every field, from Red Bull Rampage to the Cross Country World Series to World Cup downhill racing. I will dominate all of it. I am the most athletic. Okay, I'm gonna stop now. We work with Specialized. That's the reality of it. So there is the fleet. I don't want this video to come off as being like, oh, look at how much we have, look at how big it is. No. The reality is that we constantly have new bikes and videos, and people are always asking me, where do the old ones go, or where did this one come from? So I figured I'd make a video to clear things up. So with that being said, make sure to go right now, go subscribe. Seriously, go do it right now, or else I will come and put your secret trails on Strava. Oh, that was a really bad idea. Ow! Oh. Ah, those are stinging nettles. Oh, that stings so bad. Ow. Ow. Oh, that was a bad idea. Ow. Oh, that burns so bad. Ah. Yeah, that was a really bad idea.